What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219. Stand up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Tretch in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Gina shook her head. This is your boy Greg Gray, Dope Living TV Live. Hey, the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. It's a good day today. We had a great show yesterday. We were talking about Mr. Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, and his controversial, I guess, lifestyle, controversial comments that he's made and things of that nature, not to be mistaken with our Kevin McLemore. So today, man, we just want to talk about well, let's flip the script a little bit. All right, are there controversial women who are out there who's doing the same thing, but they're not getting the heat that he's getting? Is there a double standard when it comes to the advice that women give as opposed to the advice that men give? Is this entertainment, or do we really need to hear what they have to say? These and other questions we'll ask as the world turns. All right, let's get started. Okay, everybody say what's up to Gina.
Took you long enough, dang.
Hey, man, you know, I got to get mine because through the show, I don't get mine, so I got to get mine back.
I didn't know if I needed to put on grease my get the Vaseline, grease my face, grease my hands. Did I need that today?
Probably do. Ain't no telling. All right. And everybody, again, let's not mistake Kevin Samuels with Kevin McLemore.
Okay, man.
Hey, thank you. I've been peeping on my shoulder since yesterday.
And everybody say hi. Let's say Wonder Twin Powers activate. All right.
Hey, Maurice and Marianne.
Hi, Gina. Hi,
Hey.
Greg.
Hey, what's going on?
Hope everybody,
Hey, happy belated Mother's Day.
Right.
Thank you.
Yes.
Right. And Marianne, it's always good to have you on the show with us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Most definitely.
I heard you beat up on my baby yesterday.
Wasn't me.
I did.
It wasn't him. It wasn't him.
Stop now. Stop.
He was like, "What? What I say?"
Oh no, Mo.
It was not me.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you.
Yeah, no, don't thank me because
You didn't have his back, did you?
I didn't have his back.
He was covering his back.
Nobody have his back, Marianne. Nobody.
Oh, my poor baby. But I'm glad he held it. I'm glad he held his own.
Jeff came through. Jay Real came through.
Yeah, he
Real
did.
came in.
But that's the doggone shame.
I thought I heard strange fruit in the background, man.
But Marianne, you did notice that Jeff isn't on here today, didn't you?
Right.
I beat them both up.
You got the worst part of it then because I'm here.
Hey, Gina, Byron said you don't look ashy.
Oh no, Byron. That's when you know when you getting ready to go in the rink and fight. You put that's back at West Side, so I know you know it.
You gotta take the rings off.
Take the rings off. Put the Vaseline on your face.
Make sure it slides off.
Man, you know how it go, Byron.
What's up, Tina James? Everybody, she's saying hello.
Hi, Tina.
Hey, Tina.
And my
Hey,
guy right out
Louie.
there, doing his
Louis.
thing. All right,
Louis.
music lead. That's Louis Lou. What's going on, bro? Says
Good
my
to see
favorite
you
people.
again.
All right, so let's get into it, man. So we talked yesterday about Kevin Samuels, and again, we're not saying that we're happy that the man is gone. Okay,
No,
rest in
not at
peace.
all.
That's
I don't want
sad.
to see anybody lose their life or leave this earth. But he was controversial. Let's keep it 100. He was controversial. But aren't there others that are just as controversial? There's a lot of women out there that are doing the same thing, but they're not getting the heat that he's getting.
Right.
Yeah. But are they as controversial as he is?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they
They
could
might not
be.
be getting the controversy, as far as the media is putting it out there on them. But I've seen some shows, and then it could be just entertainment. But I would say that it was just as controversy, just as much.
I think they are, but they're not getting the heat that he's getting. I think he's getting the heat because he's a man saying this about a woman.
Exactly.
I think he's getting the heat because the way he's talking down to women. Let's go to some of these women that's out here doing the same thing he's doing. They're not putting it out there like he is. They're not beating people down. They're not making
Well, Gene,
I've seen a
way.
couple of shows where they are, and I don't know if we can throw names out there. I don't
You
want
can throw them out there.
Iyanla Van Zandt.
Thank you. Thank
Let's
you.
go.
That one there for me. I'm not saying that she's wrong in what she's saying. I'm just saying that
She's rough.
sometimes she is very rough.
Yeah.
And but it's kind of like disciplining a child. You got to do the disciplining before you can do the teaching. If you didn't do the teaching long before that, so with her, that's what she's doing. She's doing the teaching, but then that's the same thing that he was doing. He was doing the teaching.
Which I didn't hear the name.
Iyanla Van Zandt.
Oh, you know what? I didn't. I found that she did. To me, she was
firm.
She seemed like she was a healer. I didn't get the same vibe. I didn't see
Depends
that
on-
from her.
It depends on the shows. Now, I seen one where she had a man's retreat. It was nothing but men, and she broke them brothers down
Like a 12-gauge
and
shotgun.
they were crying, and she was still going in hard on them.
Yeah.
Now of course she always ends her show in a very healing way, but I mean, she did the exact same thing that Kevin, what was his last name?
Samuels.
Samuels. Not to be confused with Kevin McLemore.
Right. That he was doing. I mean, he was rough. Now there are some things that I didn't agree with him on what he said, but if you're taking it as a whole, then they're almost equal to that point.
And I agree, but it's and again, what I said yesterday, Kevin McLemore said the same thing. Okay,
That's her right there. She was beating on me last night too. Right there.
Is he telling on you, Gina?
Right there.
But what we were saying is
Marcella,
this. What we're
you
saying
beating on
is
my
this.
baby.
I wasn't.
Well, I was.
What we were saying, hold on, y'all. We're getting off track now. We're getting off track. What we were saying is this, though. It's the delivery. It's how you say it. It's not what you say. It's how you say it. And my man was a little bit harsh with the way he said it, which I guess that's why a lot of women did not like him or what he said. Byron says Shahrazad Ali is a controversial woman as well. And yes,
I haven't seen her.
She is.
I haven't seen her. So when I understand controversy. That part I get, the controversial part. The part I don't get is berating our own women, berating and making them feel worse than they already did before they came to talk to you. I didn't see that with the influencers that I follow, such as there's one that I really like, Erica. What's her name?
Badu.
No.
No.
Is it De Niro? Something of that?
Yes. I really
Never
feel like
seen
she
her.
is giving good advice, and she does it in a way where I'm not receptive to somebody coming at me like that. I don't hear you when you
But
start
Gina,
berating me like that.
just like I said last night, the way he talks to them ain't even you ain't even in that category.
I understand that, but do you feel like they're getting it? How can you get it?
And you know what? Unless you see the whole entire picture, you're not going to know whether they got it or not.
Right.
We're only seeing bits of snippets, here and there. I've never seen his whole entire show.
I have.
You know what I mean?
That's stuff that we watch.
So I'm only speaking on what I have seen, and what I have seen, I don't feel like. I guess I got to put it this way. I don't. He didn't say anything that I haven't heard my uncles, my daddy, say to me when I come crying to them, Daddy.
Okay, but take yourself out that picture, okay, and think of women as a
Yeah,
whole.
think as a whole. There are women who were raised in foster care, women that were molested, women that
Again,
went
we
through
don't know the full
abuse.
picture.
Exactly.
And to go to someone and I didn't feel that the women that I've seen, I didn't feel that they were being that insensitive. I didn't see it.
Let me piggyback off Gina. Not only just the women that were on his show, what about some other women that might have been looking at, well, let me see, oh, you know what? That's my issue as well. And say they're been belittled by men, just in their private life and maybe family members as well. But my thing is just, others can take something negative from that and it can hurt others. That's where I'm coming from. But your friend, not your friend, the lady you said what was her name again? Erica De Niro?
Erica, yes.
I saw a part of one of hers. Pardon me?
That's her friend, G?
That's not her friend, the lady she just talked about. I saw something where she was talking about women taking up for some of the men. And at times, I don't have a problem taking up for men because our men are badgered so much and talked down to. And my thing is, like for the men in my family, yes, I will talk to them, not in a harsh way if something is going on, but I'm like, I'm your backbone. I'm here for you as well as, like you are here for me as well. Just like I know Marianne, if Maurice is going through something, I know it's like I got your back. And
exactly
what I saw for her is like she was laughing about the women who have our colored men of color who, if we have their back, she's laughing at it. So I didn't really agree with that. That was the only one of hers that I kind of looked at.
But this is the big question for me.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need people like that? Like, do we need people like these individuals to go to when we when we need somebody to talk to?
Believe it or not, if I can answer that question, the answer is out of 241 million people that are in the United States and 8 billion that are on this planet, the answer is depends on time, situation. The need is for someone to be in your face and tell you the truth. Some people are not open or receptive to that. Mm-hmm. And some people, when people are that direct to them, these are triggers that don't help people, but push them back into hiding or they retreat back into a submissive position in their life. But sometimes, the truth hurts. I mean, last night, when I saw that clip, the first thing I did was, if this was my daughter, not having it, wouldn't let anyone treat her that way. But after listening to the conversations we had, when a brother says, an intelligent young man, two of them, said 80% of what he says they agree with. And then I have a conversation with 5 women that follow him, that are educators in there, and they say they agree with him. I have to sit back and listen to, when I say, well, what do you agree with? When they talk about women asking, for a ride, and they say they want to ride in your BMW and whatever when they have a Pinto, and they said that basically my lights need to come back on. That this is all they got, and they're expecting more and expect you to complete their lives. You've got to ask yourself, what are you setting yourself up for? When a person comes into your life and you have no family values, and you want them to say, well, commit to me, and they go against everything that you believe in,
Right.
And someone tells you that, you're not at that level. It's like, well, we all have the same opportunity during the course of a day to rise up and to change our current circumstances. And most of us, I'm not saying anyone on this panel, but a lot of us are comfortable in where we're at. And we talk about where we want to be, but we don't do anything to get to where we need to be.
And that's a problem. Okay. Byron says his lack of diplomacy and humanity in getting his point across is the real problem. He used statistics from reputable sources to beat people over the head with. Tina James says hostility does not bring change. Byron also says we don't need STDs, but they exist. Toxic people have been taking over for quite some time. Now I want to touch on what Gina, the question Gina asked: do we really need it? And Kevin, you answered that very eloquently. But I'm from a place where I don't want to go outside of my family with my issues. All right. I barely want to talk to the family about them. All right. Is that the right way? I agree with you totally. Somebody you gotta release some at some point, to somebody. You can't hold it in. All right. That's the same thing like I write about staying in the past. All right. Something happened. You don't let go of it. But again, I'm going to keep referencing back with anybody who talks about being an expert. I hate that terminology of an expert. I hate that because who are you to tell me that you are an expert? What qualifies you to be an expert? Because you told a couple of people that this is how their life is and this is what they need to do, and they did it, and it maybe it worked. What's to say that person could not have figured that out themselves? I don't know, but all I know is that to me, a lot of this is entertainment. I don't take it, just like Miss Cleo a long time ago.
Hey, that's a
good made a gang of money. She made a gang of money.
A lot, and the stuff that's out on the media and stuff like on TV, that is mainly to make money. I don't know if anybody is really being helped by it, but it's out there to make money. Now, for me, in the past, I have tried, going and talking to somebody. To me, that just makes it worse because I'm reliving it again. I don't need to relive it. I need to, heal and move forward, but I know that there are things that sometimes that come up, and you have one way of thinking about it, and you can hear someone else, on those shows talk about it in a different way. Maybe you haven't thought about that before, and that could, change your opinion about, things. So I don't know.
I think the biggest problem with our society is, Tom Cruise said it in a movie, You Can't Handle the Truth. As some of us, we can't handle the truth.
That's true.
It's staring right at us.
We say we want the truth, but then when it comes at us, we run and hide from it.
I'll be the first to say it. If it had not been for people being straightforward with me, and this is the same with my Dope Living family, you have to be and surround yourself with people that you respect enough that you can handle tough criticism.
And that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Yep. And I'm going to tell you, you look at my background, my career, I was a career criminal, my environment. But if it hadn't been for someone telling me these were my options, I had other options, and that I had more potential, But the thing is, I was open to it. When you get these people that come to a person like Kevin Samuels or some of these other people, they're vulnerable because they're looking for answers, but they really don't want the answer.
Right.
But that's the point. That's a good point you're making. But someone brought up a very good point.
Mhm.
When would you talk to your daughter the same way? That the same way. I mean, if
No name calling, but yeah, definitely.
even if they're they're acting crazy or whatever, you're not going to berate them. And not only that, but someone said when the guys get together, we talk like this when the guys get together. These aren't the guys. These aren't the
Mm-mm.
guys. And I don't feel like Erica De Niro, I don't feel like she talked to the women like they're guys. And
I
you're
think
going to have a different approach when you have a conversation with a female and when you have a conversation with a
Mhm.
man.
And I think the
for
biggest
me, I
argument.
think for me, it's a little different because I am a very I speak my mind.
Mhm.
I mean, I try to make sure that I'm not hurting anybody's feelings because I don't want my feelings hurt.
Mhm.
But if you come to me and ask me for the truth, I'm
You're
going to
gonna get
give
it.
you the hard truth
Yeah, don't
about
ask
it.
me. Don't ask me. I'm gonna
Mhm.
tell you.
Exactly. Don't ask me because I'm going to give you the hard truth about it, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
know, and but but like I
That's the
said,
way
if
her
you,
dad was, though.
yeah, my dad, if I came to him and I said, I'm gonna tell you one thing that my dad told me that it sticks with me constantly. He used to always say, if you want something, don't be jealous of somebody else. Go out and get it.
Mhm.
Jealousy is made up of sadness, madness, and anger. So jealousy is not an emotion by itself.
See, I don't believe in jealousy. Okay, period.
So don't be jealous.
I'm proud of everybody who does whatever they do. But you
Mhm.
look at this panel of people that we have here, and each person on here can talk about what they do to the greatest of length and very accurately talk about it. Okay, and this is my thing with these experts. All right, um, that's not what they do. They're going through experiences of people, and they formulate an idea that they think might work. Okay, they make it sound really good. All
Mhm.
right. I shout out to Inglewood. What is it? Inglewood. I'm sorry, Evergreen Park Community High School. Spoke with them today, and and they asked a lot of questions. They actually checked out a portion of the show yesterday, and they asked a lot of questions, and they were saying, well, what is wrong with anybody expressing their opinion, regardless of how it's expressed? I said, and I told them, I said, there's nothing wrong. Freedom of speech is beautiful. Okay, we as Black people, we needed that. Okay, but all right, we are not here to women to emasculate a man, men to I don't even know the word for women.
Defeminize a woman.
I was going to say deminstralize a woman. Okay, but
Defeminize something.
Only Greg. Only Greg. That's Greg.
Look it up.
Write
Look it
that
up.
down, Marcelo. Write it down.
Mm.
Marcia said she's not going to try to look that
but it's I keep going back to it's just the way that you say it. I don't like I said, I'm not an expert at anything but what I know how to do. I can only tell you about what I know how to do, which is what I told them how to do it.
So do you feel that there is a double standard? Do you feel that the
definitely
women who are given these relationship advices are being
that just is mean. I think there is a double standard.
I do. I feel like there's a double standard.
For me, it's about like we said before, it's the delivery. And with me, was talking to different people. How Greg, just said they kind of fill the person out. Everyone is different. And I feel that you can't have one way of delivering your advice, your counsel to everyone in the same manner, because you have some people that are a little more sensitive, and you can still get your point across and get without being so harsh to degrade them or bring them down more than what they already are. Because I when I'm talking to people, I have to kind of like again, fill them out.
And,
See,
and
you know,
But
and
these
this
people
one,
aren't experts to me. These are
and,
their opinions, and
correct.
I
Right.
It's
have
like
my
that
own
always.
opinion. I don't
Right.
Gina,
need
We all
someone
do.
else's opinion.
Right.
and,
Right.
and Gina, the common thread of the conversation we're all having, the conversation we had yesterday, is not exactly the message. It was the delivery. For some of us that write music, he was off key. For some of us that write poetry, he said some things that were off color. For those people that showed up and that allowed themselves to be presented in that way, I always say, just like if you're going to go on in the ring with Mike Tyson, don't stand there and take a punch, duck.
Please
Right.
talk.
And
Please talk,
and
man.
and,
Please
and,
talk.
and none of them did that. And you
Mhm.
got to realize, the reason why he kept going at the rate he was going, and he got more intensified, is because he turned a profit.
That's
And
right.
Okay.
That's right.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's right.
and
and it's
it,
just
it
like
drew more and more people in. But
exactly.
why
If you
do
wait a minute,
why?
let me finish. Okay, it's just like you go on the highway and there's an accident. No matter how big of a hurry we're in, everyone slows down, but very few people stop to help, and
Stop.
that's all this
Thank
show
you.
was. That's all these shows are.
Yeah.
They're
So
drive-by accident, and we witness it because we want to,
so you're making my point as far
Since
and
as
I'm not disagreeing with you. I
no,
mean,
no,
I was
you're making my point as far as you guys are saying. A lot of you guys are saying that the women are treated differently that come out and speak on this same
I didn't say
subject.
that.
no one said that.
I said that.
No one said that.
Didn't you say that there was a different standard?
I said
Yes.
there's a double
There is a
standard.
different
There's a
standard
double
for men
standard.
and women.
But
Yeah.
I don't.
Mhm.
When I say that, I mean that I don't. I'm not saying that they're treated any better, but they're not being attacked. And
Right.
forgive me, Amina. Like I said, I only talked about this guy one day because
He was Amina too, baby.
But-
Amina too.
That's what Peggy
I'm
said.
surprised that
Come on,
Amina
come on, everybody.
is on the attack.
I don't think
I
there-
was
don't
really
think there is
surprised.
a double
on
standard
that
like
one.
that. Let me read these comments real quick. Ella Taylor says there are ways to get your point across without putting another person down and using the authoritative voice, but not tearing anyone down to get your point across.
Correct.
Authoritative, man. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Tina James says some women have issues. However, who will make the change? Do we bash and put each other down, or do we provide a guidance for overcoming? Do we
There you
succeed and move on, or will we offer a hand up? Kevin was just elaborating on stuff like that.
That
Okay,
was great, Tina. That was great.
absolutely right. Okay,
And that's what I feel like the women were doing. They were trying to give assistance. They were trying to be peacemakers.
Huh?
Look at Erica De Niro. She uses a peacemaking style. She's not in there trying to cause confusion and get people all confused and feeling
That's one
bad.
lady.
Yes, one lady.
That's just
Okay.
one.
Because Ayana, she mixes it up.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
she tears it down.
I'm
and
going
then
to tell you,
she-
you
and
go
then-
into some of these clubhouse rooms with these angry
Thank
black
you.
women.
Mhm.
I'm going to tell you, it's not a safe zone on the internet. When you go in those rooms, it's like they don't want to hear it, especially if it makes sense.
Kevin, as soon as I got in one of those rooms one
Right,
time, I'm telling
right.
you, I got in one of those
Right.
rooms and they said, "Oh, here come another one." And I was like, "No, you won't be getting
I'm
me.
the other one, baby.
I'm not another one." I said, "I'm not them, I'm him." Okay, don't even do that. But they said as soon as I was in there, here come another one. And then this other lady said, "Roast them." I'm like, "Roast me for what? You don't even know me."
Let me tell you, I had a
You
friend.
just showed up, huh?
I had a friend back in the day that every time a guy would come, anywhere in the vicinity, if he wasn't buying drinks, buying dinner, buying something, right, he was a dog.
Wow.
Yeah, what's that about? There's a
I don't know.
there's a group
I
of
don't know.
guys that do these pranks. They're not really pranks though. They're trying to search out gold diggers. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mhm.
watched a bunch of them. Okay, and these women, they as soon as these guys walk up to the women, speak to them, they're real polite and everything. The women say, "Well, no, that's okay. I'm not interested." He said, "I'm just trying to get to know you." That's
So,
okay. I'm not interested. He
nobody's
says,
car.
"Okay, cool. Don't worry about it." And he goes to his Lamborghini or his
Corvette.
Aston Martin. Or
his Corvette and this and that, and they turn around and be like, "You gonna give up? That's it? You want my number now?" I'm like, "Get the."
Right? No,
I've
don't
seen
want
those, yeah.
Well, I will tell you, I was in New York and I had pulled up and I had a little sports car that had some digits on it, 911, and a lady walked by and she goes, "Is that your car?" And I said, yeah. She goes, can I ride in it? I said, ma'am, all I'm going to do is mistreat you and not treat you good. She goes, can I ride? I said, can I ride? I'm going, I just told you, you know, and I was joking, but it was like, and she was still willing to go forward. I had already told her what's coming up.
You see, some of these guys grab a handful of everything, boots, toots, everything.
Yeah.
Hey, when I was young, man, when I had that black BMW, man, I pull up the gas station, keep it shiny, you know, had the buttercream interior with the wood grain on it, man, you know, and it was a 5-speed too. And I would get all kind of play, but I'm like Kevin, I'm like, hey man, understand, you sitting on the effing side of the car, all right?
Is that just like the menu?
The menu, yeah.
Yeah.
You sitting on the effing side of the car. Understand that.
She's starting it.
But that's the reason why we all got to get to the point that we can handle the truth, and we got to know our own truth. If you're not in a good space with yourself, every time someone has a conversation with you, it's going to trigger something that is going not to be popular amongst many of us. And we all have the same opportunity every single day to prevail, to make our life better. We choose to be lesser every single day. We choose, you know, to the gangbang and the use drugs, whatever. These are all choices. You know, I listened to Dave Chappelle, 14 years old, when he talked about he was smoking. A cigarette company gave him a pack of cigarettes when he was 14 years old, and he's hooked on them now. Choice.
Okay,
choice.
Let me ask you. Let me give you this scenario. This person is living straight in the hood, in the projects. Family's very poor. All they're just around all this. And you're saying you make a choice. So let's say this person makes a choice in their school that I'm going to do better because I want to, as I get older and get out of school, I want to do better for myself. But the schools that I'm in aren't really teaching me anything. The grades of the school is like under a 0, subpar. So I'm really not learning anything. So even if I choose to try to go to college, I really haven't learned much or enough to be able to make it in college. And I've heard of these stories of different schools. These kids are just being passed on. And then they're like, okay, we're going to college. And they're just like totally lost. So what about you saying we make a choice? This person might make a choice that I want to do better.
So why don't they go ahead and do better then? Kevin, I know you want to answer that.
Yeah, you do. You know I want to answer that because Gina knows my story. I almost graduated from college not being able to read or write. I got through school because I was a good-looking black man. People liked me, and I was able to run fast. I had an opportunity to score, to end up at first place in a track meet and whatever, and I was part of a system. It took me, I'm about to graduate and go out into the world and says, am I going to be just a dumb jock? Taught myself to read and write.
And that's the point right there, Kevin. You know, you cannot sit there. I don't care, young, old, whatever. Okay, you cannot sit there and accept the circumstances. You can't accept them. All right. If you know, like you just said, that they know that they're not getting educated, this, that, okay, find another way. You gotta find another way. And like Kevin said, everybody gets an opportunity to do things new every day. Period. So if you know that it's not going right yesterday, because yesterday's done, it's gone. You can't relive it. You cannot correct what happened yesterday. Okay. Today is a new day. Let's start off and let's get that education that we need. Ask somebody. Go talk to someone who.
Okay, but that's what you just said. Ask somebody, but you got to ask the right person. You can't ask.
You don't know the right
these
person.
people out here on the internet that's just telling you anything.
That's true.
Gina, this is the one thing that I say. If those individuals, if we did not have internet, none of those people would be successful today.
That's true. That's true.
You're absolutely correct. My question is this though: we got the internet. The truth is, we have the internet, and people see this stuff, and then they still show up on this man's show.
Hey, let's not bash the internet because we're over 1,000 subscribers. And
no. I'm not bashing the internet. I'm just saying we have the internet. I'm making a point. We have the internet, and they see what's happening, and they still show up, and then had a nerve to go, hey, why is he talking to me like that? You seen the 15,000 people before, you know.
with him talking.
Now let me ask this question. If you were looking for advice and looking for someone to help you, would it be would you walk into an office and sit down and talk to someone like Kevin Samuels, or would you
No.
sit down and talk to someone like
Chance and choice.
Erica
Or Jeff.
Your
right.
friend.
Which individual would you choose to talk to?
Jeff. Grace, Gina.
No. I gave you a choice of two people.
The wrong choice.
You can't use those two people. You got
Right.
two people.
I don't have access to either one of those people.
I'm saying if you had a choice,
okay,
which
I'm
of
gonna tell
those two individuals would you choose to
I'm
sit
gonna
down and
I'm
talk
gonna be
to?
truthful with you, okay? I want to be told the truth. I don't want to sugarcoat it. I don't want none of that, okay? So me, as much as I do not like how he does it, I'm gonna go his way. All right, because of the fact that I want to be told the truth. And if I know this is what he's doing and he's gonna challenge me, then that's what I'm gonna do. All right. I don't want nobody saying, okay.
I need somebody to push me. I can't have somebody who's
not off a cliff.
No, not off a cliff, but I need somebody to push me in the right direction. I remember when I was doing my own soul searching, I used to have all these yes people around me. Oh, there's nothing wrong with you. You're doing everything okay. You just need to wait. It's okay, sweetie. You fine. It was them. But in the situation, what was the common denominator? Me. And until I was able to get someone to tell me the truth and the hard truth, I didn't make no change.
So do you guys think that the only way to tell someone the truth is to be harsh?
No,
and
no, I'm not saying that.
No.
And
if they're not accepting, if they're not accepting the say, I'm sorry, sweetie, let's sit down and talk about it. Okay, so you said what? And he said, well, that's not nice. Is that gonna change anything?
But you know what? If the person is not open, period, to hearing what someone is saying, or even in a sweet way.
Nobody wants to be told that they're wrong, okay? Nobody wants to be told that you're
correct, but
inefficient at that, okay? And Ron Reed, you don't have to ask, bro. Come on.
I would think
sending it to him.
I would think that it's not gonna matter, because I wouldn't be talking to those people that don't want to know that, because my first question to you is, do you want me to be honest, truthful, and honest?
Right. And that's what I'm saying, pretty much. As long as the person is honest, they don't have to sugarcoat it, but also not be as harsh as, I always want to hear the truth. And
exactly.
I might cry.
Exactly. I might be mad for a little bit.
Be pissed off, correct.
But the truth.
But I'm still thinking, okay, let me see what is the truth in there. Well, let me see. If this is how this person is seeing me, and they're telling me this, my mind is always going.
But see, the point that you guys are not getting, every single time that you try to make a point, you say everyone on this panel is a different type of person.
Correct.
All right. So when we're evaluating if the message he's delivering is too harsh or he's being cruel, we have to look at the individuals that are looking for a resource to answer a shortcoming or a problem within themselves. We can't interject ourselves. For us, the message, his delivery is not right.
And that's
but if the conversation and the answer, when a young lady, you ask a young lady if she had to rate herself, and she says a 5, and I look, and I'm a 6 when I'm in makeup, and you're a person out there that basically is looking for someone that's got a lot going for them or whatever. How can I invite someone in my life that doesn't feel real good about themselves? Because all they're going to do every single time you have a conversation is pull you down to where they are. You can't elevate someone that doesn't want to stand up for themselves.
Yeah, and I didn't get that, Kelly.
I get that with you, Kevin. I get with that.
She straight up told him that she was a 5.
Yeah.
And only when she put makeup on, she's a 6. I'm like,
ew.
Right. And he said you can't use 7. That to me, my mind went straight to 9. But her mind went to 5
and then 6.
Oh my God.
Tina said she was afraid to tell what she really thought, though. All right. Everybody say what's up to my man Ron
Hey.
How's everybody doing?
Oh man.
Thank you again for having me back.
What's going on?
Anytime.
You don't have to ask.
Okay.
All right. The only thing you need to ask is for the link to get on. Okay.
Okay.
Tina James says the 9 and 10 get killed on that show.
Wow.
Okay, and Tina, again, and I speak for Kevin as well. We haven't seen this guy. Okay,
right.
Yesterday was the first time that I talked about him and did it, and I can only formulate my opinion, not judging him. My opinion on what I saw and heard about yesterday. Okay, again, we are not celebrating his death. Okay, we are sad that he died. You know,
hey. I got to be honest. The space that is taken up in my head to have this conversation, I could be using these brain cells for something.
That's
you know, but honestly, with all of them on the internet giving this advice, that's what they should open up with, that disclaimer that this is only my opinion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these people, men and women alike, go on these different platforms and they think they're talking to professionals.
Well,
that's a good point.
About Charlemagne the God.
Well, you're getting free advice, so you're getting what you pay for.
That's a good point, though. Gina brought up. They you know, when they come on and they see us, even when they see us, they think that they're talking to a professional who's done everything, done it all, done. Yeah, I'm just saying, you know. Edgar Williams says, if 2 + 2 is 4, doesn't matter how it's said. If you yell it or say it soft, the result is it's still 4, right?
That's funny,
right,
Edgar.
right,
That's
right,
really
right.
funny.
Hey, let's
Thank
let's let Ron Reed chime in. He's sitting there. He wants to say something.
He's ready.
So I had to open up the conversation at work today, and I got some feedback. And I do work construction, so I opened it up to a female that I worked with, and I could tell by the reaction on her face. She said, "Oh, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion," but I could tell not really. I mean, maybe she, you know, she was nice by saying that, but I told her, you know, like that I was I guess I could say a Kevin Samuels advocate. You know, and she I had to break it down to her, but in the conversation, she told me that she said she's done with black men. And that kind of opened up a whole new conversation, because she says that guys like that bring black women on and they just dog black women. And I had to let her know that, you know, there's healing behind a lot of the things that he said. And a lot of these what do you want to, how do we say alpha male podcasts? There can be healing behind these if you take the good and you kind of leave the bad behind, and you just take a lot of what they're saying, whether they say it or not, it's still going to exist.
Exactly. Byron Patton says it's amazing how many people are making it known that they aren't celebrating the death of Kevin Samuels, but they don't see his death as a sad thing. Now, let me ask y'all a question. So Steve Harvey wrote a book, Think Like a Man, Talk Like a Woman, or whatever the hell it was. All right.
That one.
All right. Advice book, okay, for the women. All right. He made a lot of money off of it, even did a movie off of it. All right.
Yeah, made another one.
What? And did he make another one?
Yep, there was 2 of them.
Yep.
Do you all agree with and this goes with the Samuels thing, as well as the ladies that are doing it?
Erica, don't forget Erica. You don't wait a minute. You don't even want to acknowledge Erica.
Because she's another one. It's not that I'm not acknowledging her, but she's another one who's knows everything and probably don't. And her relationship probably is just all fucked up. Okay, but anyway, I'm saying, do you all agree with a man trying to tell a woman how to act for a man, or a woman trying to tell another man how to act for a woman?
I mean, I think he's another example of what we've been talking. Don't nobody ever complain about Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey is raw as anybody.
I do. I might be the only one, but I do complain about him, and I'm not trying to say anything negative, because we may want him as a sponsor one day.
But I'm saying they sit in the crowd and they're clapping and everything. You know.
Look, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I have never ever watched, well, a few times, and it turned me off. I'm not one to feel like your opinion is stone, written in stone. You have your opinion, I have mine, and I don't want your opinion sometimes.
Isn't that what all of them want you to believe, though, that their opinion is written in stone?
Yes, yes, right. And because they want you to, they come out like they're professionals. I have my own opinion, and you're not going to persuade me to yours. And I feel like that's what Steve Harvey does. He's trying to persuade people that this is the way it's supposed to be. This is how you have a good marriage. This is how you have a good relationship. That may not work for me in my relationship.
As much as I'm not a Steve Harvey fan, okay, a lot of what he says, he always.
I know you're gonna agree.
He always puts on there, okay. This is how I.
He does do that. He does do that.
He does that all the time.
They all should do.
Let me answer your question, Greg. Let me make sure I understand it. Do you think that men can tell women? Can you say that again? Because okay, well, I'll give you what I think you were saying.
Let me repeat it. I know exactly what he said. He said, "Do you feel men can tell women how their relationship should go, and vice versa? So can a man come to you and give you and say, hey, this is the way you should do this? And can a woman go to a man and say that?"
Okay, not necessarily in a personal, like one-on-one. What I do believe in, because I shared with the group, the panel, that I went to a Christian singles event a couple of weeks ago. And the thing about it, is, yes,
I don't want to know what happened there.
No, as a female, hearing an all-male panel regarding being single, we were getting the man's perspective of being in being single and dating. And so I do think that men can say things to women because we don't have the mind of men. And there were some things that they were saying that was like, as a woman, that's not how we think. And then the same thing for a female in talking with a male. Okay, this is how women think. And, and not all women, because we can't talk for everyone, but this is something, and like how the group said yesterday, somebody, I don't know if that was Ron or Broadway, but they made the comment that Hollywood Broadway, one of them, what he was, but they made the comment, well, when it's just a man, this is what we talk about. So sometimes for me, I feel that it's good to hear the man's perspective. And I think it's good for the men to hear a woman's perspective, not tearing each other down. That's just for me.
Well, the quote that I think that you're saying, because I wrote this down, it says, women get in a relationship and tell a man what they want. And I think Ron said this, and then they go out and get what they need.
And that's when I got up and left.
Yeah, it was.
I said that. That was a soundbite right there. Thank you.
Hey, I wrote it down. I wrote it down because it made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But you know what? But it's good to just hear some of these things from when you're just talking and just without bashing each other.
Yeah. They're not telling you the truth, Marcelo.
I was just going to say that. They didn't tell
you're not getting who you're going to get the truth from?
A man.
From women. What'd you say, Ron?
If you don't stop.
Did you say Domino's?
The reason I say that is because, like,
say it again.
They're on a Christian panel. They have to filter themselves. They're going to tell you. It's almost like the flip of what I said yesterday. They're going to tell you kind of what you want to hear. And if you want,
who we supposed to get the truth from?
In this group, there were some eye-opening things, and they were like, we're just going to be raw with it. It was a pastor there, and he was like, no. And he made the comment, don't sugarcoat anything. And they were just coming out like they were talking about the women that are just so bold, just coming up and just throwing themselves at the guys and stuff. And pretty much like how what you guys were saying, like Kevin, you just made the comment, well, this is what I'm going to do. When she wanted to ride with you because you had a nice looking car. And you said, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, negative things. I'm going to do this. She's like, oh, yeah, I still want to get in the car.
Why is that negative, Marcelo? Why is it negative?
What part?
Getting on the effing side of the car.
I'm talking about no. But he made the comment, I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do this.
Stop it, Marcelo.
Whatever. That's negative.
Just because we have an audience, I want to also put the disclaimer. that my response was a sarcastic response.
Correct,
It wasn't
correct.
a commitment, because I was saying, because she
wouldn't.
looked beyond me and looked at the car, and I was trying to tell her that coming into this space right here is that the only opportunity was not going to be to your advantage.
I understand
and she was still willing to take the risk.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
If a woman told me that she was basically going to use me and drop me off of the following day, I'm not going to jump in unless she's really hot. And I'm going, okay.
Believe it or not,
what you're saying.
I had
maybe she thought you were really hot.
Where this guy wanted to be in a relationship with me, and I didn't want to be in a relationship with him. And he said, "What would it take?" And I just read him this long laundry list of stupid stuff that, and he was like, "Well, I still want to be in a relationship with you." And I'm like, what part of I don't want to be in a relationship with you?
Tell him.
You understand?
Great.
Marianne.
Remember that TikTok video we had when the guy walked up to the woman, she was in the car, and he says, "What is it going to take for him to get with her?" And she turned around, she goes, "Electric bill is due on Tuesday." And that.
Well, I mean, I pretty much did that. I laid out all my bills. I laid out everything that I wanted, and it was still, oh yeah, I still want to be with you.
Can I ask
Go ahead, Ron.
Before you ask that question, Ron, I left this up here for a purpose. Hold on real quick.
Any of the women feel like there are any shared characteristics among women? Like bare bones, just down to the wire shit, something that women share outside of what they possess on their body.
Let's answer that after you read Byron's comment.
I'm gonna read this real quick. I got kicked out of Christian Singles Group for having a chat name of "Come Get Some."
Come get some. I want to kick you out too,
Byron's a hot mess. Wait.
Now let me ask you this question.
Well, let's answer Ron's question first, because that's a good question.
Go ahead, Ron.
I think a lot of men might want to know the answer to that.
What was the question again?
Do you guys think that there are any shared characteristics among women?
You're soft.
You said you're soft? All of y'all?
No.
Ron, I give you three of them right quick.
Say it again.
Nagging.
Wow.
A high pitched, messed up voice.
Oh, let me make it a little higher then.
Just don't make it deeper.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
We don't all nag. That's definitely not that's not a common trait.
Do you think that
I think
that women have needs?
Like,
what are the needs of women? Or what do you think the needs of women are?
Good question.
Attention?
Yes, attention.
So again, to be listened to.
Oh my gosh, y'all bad at that.
Respect.
Yes, number one. One. Respect.
So those would, I would say, are the top three things.
True.
Guys,
every woman has their own love language. You can't bundle them all into one bundle, because some women come to the table with a little bit more, and some women come with a little less. So their needs when it comes to being in a one-on-one relationship, those needs may be different.
You guys taught me about love language, because before I thought love language was that's what I thought love language was.
When women say that we want to be listened to, there's a difference between listening and hearing.
Yeah.
A lot of times you can hear us talking, blah 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 blah. We sound like Charlie Brown's teacher. Okay, but if you're hearing us, it's landing on your heart, and you're able to respond to us in the way that we need it.
If we are receptive.
That's right.
Byron says indoor plumbing is more complicated than outdoor plumbing, and that's true for buildings too.
You know what?
Oh my goodness.
Keep them coming, Byron.
Tina says hot nights. We are emotional creatures.
That's right.
Yes.
Women are motivated by feelings.
Yes.
Men are motivated by other things.
Well, I gotta tell you.
Wait a minute. What are the other things that men are motivated by?
Yeah,
You guys are men. You tell us.
No. You're supposed to know. Now we're going to ask you.
You didn't put it out there. Hold on. Let me give you a.
We are emotional. We are emotional creatures. That's the one thing that men have to realize. We go by emotions. We will do if our emotions are in there, we'll do anything.
You didn't even answer your own question.
You're not answering the question.
Men, you guys think in your pants.
No, that's not true.
So
a lot of things are motivated by that.
No, that's not true.
I think that women, like, so we all eat. Do we agree that we all eat on this panel?
Yes.
So those are the needs that I'm talking about. I believe in that I know that there's love language, but I think the root of a lot of those differences in women, there are root something that they share. So do you guys know anything that you would share as far as what makes women women and what makes them alike?
No.
Well, I'm going to say this. Out of the 1,500 people I interviewed for my book, and I'm going to talk about that, when I asked people, the couples, in order to pick out of the 300 conversation cards so I can get 54, the first thing I said is anything that has to do anything with sex is not part of the cards. I had an average of 2 to 3 comments of coming back from every single woman that responded to those cards, and it was about one. What I came to the conclusion was men need someone that's got their back, for one, that supported them.
Yeah.
All right. The other thing that men needed is someone that believed in them. All right. And then the other thing that it came across, men wanted a comfortable home to come to. Those were the 3 things that were consistent with every single guy that had. Now, some of the guys were just hardcore, just out to hit it, to quit it. You know, sex was it, but it wasn't the first thing on the list.
Right.
Okay, what about,
so wait a minute, Jana, hold up for a moment. Let's take this time to redirect, refocus, and regroup. Let's get some life coaching in this.
Marcia, you got to come raw. Hold up. Wait a minute.
You got it.
Wait a minute. Let's put some life coaching in it. Let's redirect, regroup, refocus.
What's up, y'all? Today, we are going to focus on celebrating. Now, when you celebrate, it's always not good to just celebrate yourself. Yes, you want to celebrate your successes, your wins, your honors, your goals, achievements. Yes, celebrate yourself. That's what you're supposed to do. But did you know if you humble yourself and you go ahead and you celebrate others, that will open up more doors for you to receive your successes and your blessings? I get it. We all doing our little individual things in life, you know, and we all hold things personal and near and dear to us. But I challenge you today, go out and actually celebrate a friend, celebrate a family member. Hell, celebrate somebody who just out here, you know, is doing a good job. Remember, life isn't always about you, but it is about you. So humble yourself and celebrate somebody today other than you. Remember, redirect, regroup, refocus. Dope Living TV Live. Peace.
That is Jeff Rutherford. Redirect, regroup, and
Thank you, Jeff.
We got our own life coach. Y'all need to check him out. All right, for real.
A real one.
For real.
Now, I want to say this. I want to challenge every woman that's listening to us tonight. Get a group of guys together and allow them to have freedom, just the guys to talk about guy stuff and whatever, and listen. You'll find out within an hour and a half what we need, what we're into, and whatever. And chances are, most of us, when we're talking together, sex ain't part of the conversation. Now men sit back and be on the edge of a woman's conversation and listen to what women are talking about when they get together. That's how we learn what each other's needs are. It's the conversations we have when we're amongst each other. And trust us, for most of us, you know, if a guy's talking about how much he's getting laid, he's lying to his friends.
Ladies,
I want to say,
I would like to tell you, I'd like to give you advice to not order from that side of the menu, okay? Because that way the expectation won't be there that you or your mother or your auntie or your cousin gonna get it.
Out of here.
Don't order from that side of the menu.
Y'all don't listen to him.
Redirect, regroup, refocus. Go ahead.
No, you can't use that.
I like that. I like that.
What I want to address the question that Greg asked, and Marcy answered the question. You have to talk to men in order to know what they want. I mean, you can't get it from another woman. That's just the same saying as a woman can't raise a man.
I'm with Ron. No,
but I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna lie to you.
That's exactly. We're gonna tell you what we want.
You know why we're gonna lie to you?
You're gonna lie about what you want?
It's because you guys are going to ask why, and we're going to have to explain it. We don't want to hear that.
So you're going to lie about what you want.
No, what the question was, you misinterpreted the question, okay? We're going to tell you what you need to hear in order to satisfy
what
us,
you think
okay?
that we
in order
want to hear.
for us to get what we want. So we're going to tell you, yes, rub my shoulders, okay?
Well, the other thing is, we're going to tell you what we want you, what you think we want to tell you, but the simple fact, we don't want you to ask us any more questions.
So we shouldn't come to you guys then. We shouldn't come to the man
and
ask.
That. No.
You did just say that.
No, I didn't.
I don't think you should come to him if you're not prepared for an honest answer.
There
you go.
If you want to be, because how do you, y'all have to excuse me, but I'm just being real here. How do you say I need you to shut up and bend over? I was like, what if you?
No,
I'm sorry.
That's
how you say it.
It's the way to say that. Because I'm telling you, men have some crazy stuff that go through our heads.
Well, you know what?
What if that's how you feel at the moment? And you say,
it's okay to say that though.
You don't want to
if
hear
you're
that.
with the right person.
Exactly. If you're with the right person,
yes.
I only said it was because Mo was here. Otherwise,
and Tina says that's not good. You must always be truthful. That's what we just said, Tina. We're gonna be truthful, okay? You ain't gonna want to hear the truth that we got to tell you, though. That's our truth,
right? Exactly.
All right? Men just keep it 100. Period. Tree says, okay. Tina says must love each other naked. Call me.
Now you're talking.
Clown with that.
See, now like a banana, peel it back a couple of times, and the truth shows up. Way to go, Tina.
Amina says, why hold a conversation if you're going to lie? Again, Amina,
thank you
so much. Amina, we are not lying. We're telling you our truth. We're not lying. We're just telling you what we want to hear. You are not getting what you want to hear, but we're telling you what we want you to hear. All right, we're not lying, not at all. Felisa says, hear actually what the man says. Yeah, I mean, seriously. And Amina was very, Amina, appreciate you so much. Love you even more, okay? Because you came in yesterday, all right? Good, you got Maurice.
That's my girl right there. That's my girl.
Yes, I'm sorry, Marianne. You got Maurice, though.
Yeah. Well, if she went after Jeff, that's why he's in the witness protection program.
Yeah, we couldn't let Jeff come on today. Amina, you got him.
and Maurice bought his bodyguard.
Yep.
Man, to prove it. Back up off him.
Wow.
But that, Ron, I mean, I do agree. We have to. Communication is key. Number one. Okay,
Yes.
You got to communicate with each other.
Yeah.
Right? And again, Kevin, Ron, because everybody's taking it the wrong way. They're saying that we, don't lie to them. All right, please, Ron, tell them we're not lying.
No, it's not. Yeah, I'm making my life easier. I'm trying to find a happy medium. So I'm I have to tell. I've been married for 20 years, man, and so I've made a lot of mistakes, and I learned you also learn that you can't. I mean, it's not that you can't tell the truth. You just have to. It's just some things that you just can't allow to come out.
Exactly. There's certain times when the best policy is just to be quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And just ride that wave. Whatever that wave is, just ride it.
Yeah.
And then when the wave stops, then maybe you can revisit it, and with a conversation of, you think we can talk about what happened the other day?
Right.
Mm.
But when you're angry, you definitely can't do it.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. I'll share with you. I had a conversation when I basically said, I can't tell you what's on my mind. And the conversation came back. She says, why can't you tell me? I said, because I don't want to hurt your feelings. She goes, I can take anything. And so when I told her exactly how I felt, the first thing she said, you hurt my feelings. I said,
right.
I told you this was coming in the beginning. It was easier for me to walk away and calm down than go ahead and speak. But, you know, if you ask your partner to be 100% with you, you've got to sit back and enjoy the ride. And,
right.
and
You gotta take it. You gotta take it.
Yeah, you
but
gotta
you know,
take
the
it.
conversation has to come up on how you argue. You know, how you have that conversation, that heated conversation, before you have the heated conversation. So, you know, in mine and Maurice's you know, situation, we had that hard conversation at the beginning of our relationship. And I told him, I said, I want you to be completely honest with me. I said, it's not gonna hurt me, you know, for you to be honest with me now. Now, if you sugarcoat it and don't tell me the truth, and later on it's something totally different, then I'm gonna be angry with you. And you know, I may choose to exit at that point. So
it's worked. We're still together 30 years later.
So, you know, I told him, I said, I can get real heated in conversations, and what I'm gonna say is, I can't talk about this right now, and I need you not to question me anymore. You need to just leave me alone at that point.
I ain't had no problem with that, because that's the way I am too. You know, we can't talk about it civilly, you know.
But you can take Marianne saying, hey, I'm heated, leave me the heck alone, over some stranger who's saying something similar that you don't even know.
I was actually comfortable we gotten off his subject.
Yeah. I was just about to get started. I'm not gonna say nothing, Jim.
Hey. Better be cool.
Some women can take it in all the way. Hold on.
Oh, Lord, mine. Oh, Lord. Greg said, well, hold on. Let me do that
question or that comment.
He says some women can take it in all the way. I'm definitely one of those.
I like an honest woman.
I love it. Hey, Tree. Don't call me.
We're gonna be calling you.
What you say about that?
Trey, if you want to find out who men really
I'm
are,
a
you
married
about to get
man.
bombarded with some friend requests.
I'm in agreement with you, Marianne. That I was in a relationship.
I'm playing
similar. I was in a relationship like that, Marianne, where the guy, he used to like to argue, and I told him, and I tell, if any relationship, if we get into a disagreement and it gets heated, I'm the type, I'll tell you, okay, hold up. We need to go to our separate corners, woosah, whatever we need to do, and then come back in, because a lot of times when it's heated, that's when you say things that you really don't truly mean. It's like, I'm hurting, I'm going to hurt you at this moment, but I don't really mean that. And then sometimes you can't come back from that.
That's right.
Because I don't really like to argue.
That's so true, Marcy. That is so true.
Since I've been married, for these past 3 days, I've learned a lot.
Did you hear that?
Pardon me?
You've been married 3 days.
Since I've been married for these past 3 days, I've learned a lot. I ain't married.
Greg, did you see my face? Like,
I was waiting.
Their expression on that man's face.
I was waiting.
Okay. Do me a favor, Gina. Do me a favor, Gina. Amina wants to come in.
And Tree.
And she has a client who's doing and Tree. Can you send them the information to get on? Amina does not want to be seen, so Amina, when you come on, just don't cut your camera. Just leave it at stop cam. All right, Tree. I know you just want to come on just so you can curse me out, but it's all good.
Hey, she does make the best drinks, though.
The best drinks and the best man. She can cook. Let's put it like that.
All right.
I've had some of her cooking before.
Did she get a truck?
Huh?
Did she get a trailer, a truck?
You can ask her when she comes on.
Hey, if anybody wants some sweet tea, Tree makes the best.
I just sent you both the link in your instant message.
Amina has a client.
She can send her the link, right?
And she wants to talk. So yeah, send the link, and Amina, you don't have to be on. You could just leave it with the
stop cam
with the Remoji on. You know what I'm saying? Ron Reed, when we gonna get that Friday show, bruh?
I'm working on it. I'm trying to. I do have my buddy that I really. I talked to him the other day, and we're really trying to. We're gonna put something together. We're not gonna throw it together. We're gonna put it together. I want some quality when I bring it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I want to. I'm really interested. I know I sound like I'm this. No, I'm not trying to hurt nobody. Is what I'm trying
you
to
sound
say.
good, bro.
I want to heal people. I want to heal people through especially a lot of the interviews that I'm going to be doing on the V&O, the Views and Opinions podcast. And I want to bring some quality. I want to bring some healing to some people.
Amen. That's
what's up. That's what's up, Ron.
That's what's up. We want to hear the healing. Okay, don't have me on your show.
I just want to say this. Can I say this before we move on?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want a part 3. I don't want to hear about these people anymore. I don't want anybody else's opinion. I don't want it.
Gina, I was going to do a part 3 Thursday. So that we
No.
Then I'm going to do it Friday. You ain't coming on yet, Ron. I do it by myself.
I'm not coming on.
I do it by myself.
Don't worry. By yourself. A one-man show.
That's right. I've done it before.
And don't you be belittling anybody.
I'm going to belittle everybody. No, you know I am. You know how I do.
No.
Ain't going to be no funny show either.
Gina, what's your views on? Because I can't quite get a hit on what you actually. What's your views on relationships?
No one ever understands me.
I can't figure it out.
No one can, and it's so funny. I've been working at the job I've been on for 17 years, and when I first came to my job, my boss would always say, "I can't figure you out. I don't know what you want. You don't need money. You don't want money. You don't want this. He was like, I just can't figure you out. Most people can't, Ron.
That's good.
I'm going to tell you, though, when she first started DopelivenTV, Mina said she doesn't see the link.
Go to your instant message, Mina. It's in your messenger.
When Gina first came on DopelivenTV, she was Marcy. You know what I mean? She was.
What? Wait.
Let's make it clear.
Explain yourself, brother. Explain yourself.
She was the meek, mild mother hen. Am I lying, Gina? She was a meek, mild mother hen. Me and Gina talk. I said, Gina, come in. You don't like what I'm saying? Correct me. Say what you got to say. Same thing I told you, Marcella. Be aggressive. But still be a lady. Okay? You know what I'm saying? But
I hurt people feelings sometimes.
I know I do.
Some people don't. I have to be real raw with my employees because I'm pushing for them to keep their job, and they don't understand it sometimes. So sometimes I have to really push them in a way where they understand I'm trying to help you to keep food on your table. But a lot of people don't like my approach.
And now we're listening to Gina Samuels.
I'm not like that.
That's my point. Tell me say what I wanted to say. Okay, Gina,
I'm not like that.
You giving advice.
You just said the same thing he's been saying.
I'm not going to belittle anybody though.
But
you just said they don't like your approach.
Because I'm gonna put it in a way where you understand. If you don't, get this right, you're not going to have a job. You're not going to be able to pay your bills. You're not going to be able to
right. You sound like Greg Gray. All right. That's what you sound like. I'm going to tell you, okay? You don't do it right, you out. That's what I do best. I kick people out, okay? Everybody say what's up to Tree.
Hey, Tree!
Everybody.
How you doing?
Don't get on the show being all timid now.
It's been so long since we had you on here.
I know, right, Gina?
So, Tree, give us your thoughts for today's show.
Damn, we got to talk about the show again.
Bottom line is just keep it real, honestly. No matter what, like some women can take a lie, I can take it. I don't like a man to lie to me or a woman to lie. Just tell me, honestly. Like whatever happens at the moment happens. Like, of course, somebody's gonna get upset or emotion, like it is what it is. But don't lie. It just make it worse.
I can take the truth. Can't come back from a lie.
You can't come back.
Okay. Agreed.
And if you're not prepared to take this heat from me,
get out the kitchen.
You want me to tell you the biggest lie that men tell? When
What?
I'll tell you the question that they lie to.
What?
How I look.
What?
You like what I'm wearing?
You better tell me the truth.
Why would you have to ask that question though?
Don't ask me.
I get in trouble all the time for that. Don't ask me.
Ron,
do you think women want the God honest truth to that?
No, they don't. They want you to tell them what they want to hear. Okay. Do I look fat?
want
That's true.
I want the truth.
Don't lie to me.
I want the truth.
I want the
Ron,
truth.
do I look fat in these jeans? Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that's not a question I would ask. Do I look fat?
No, you don't answer that way.
You know what? It's how you ask though. It's how you ask. It's how you ask.
I'm going to don't ask me. How does this look on me? Bad. I mean, I'm going to tell you the truth.
And I would want to know, because if I'm here to go out or something and I'm asking you, does this look okay on me or something?
Right.
But you already know the answer.
If it doesn't look,
I'm gonna go change.
Exactly.
But Kevin just said you already know the answer. That's why you're asking the question.
No,
not necessarily.
No.
Not necessarily.
No, you don't.
Well,
That's
what
what
if
we're
it's something you
asking.
can't change?
There's
That I don't
occasions
mind
where we're going someplace and I'm not sure how to dress.
Right.
And I'll ask Maurice, is this appropriate for me to wear?
That's a different question.
Do my feet look like a can of biscuits in these shoes?
Yeah, I've never
they
asked
do.
something like that.
well, I mean, something like that, you automatically know. That's not a question I don't think any woman would ask, because if you got your baby toe hanging off the shoe, your big toe hanging off, or your toes hanging over, you already know that's not right.
But you trying to be cute. You trying to be cute.
We're talking about like I went to a black tie affair and I asked someone, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Because I was like, trying to make sure everything was kind of in and stuff. But we do want the honest truth. Does this look right on me? And
We do. If we ask, we want the truth.
Yes.
No.
Those on this panel,
I
we
want the truth. I want the truth.
You went out there.
How can you ask a woman a question and say that's not accurate? How can you ask a question and we're giving you?
I'm sorry, Jenna.
Come on.
If I ask you, I want to know. I'm not going to ask you if I
ask
don't
me,
know.
And you won't ever bring it up again?
If you ask me, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me if the jeans look fat. If you look fat in the jeans, because if you do,
And if
That's
you
a
don't
true
ask,
friend.
and if
That's
you
a
don't
true
ask,
friend right there.
I'm gonna tell
I'm
you.
gonna let you know you look fat in them jeans.
Look, I'm gonna tell you that ass is sitting right where it's supposed to.
Dragging the wagon.
Let's see, Maurice.
You went out and purchased some jeans, this dress, and this and that. You looked at it in the store and you said, "Oh, this looks good on me." Don't ask me then, okay? Because you come home.
That's different.
You come home. We getting ready to go out. I'm like, well, why are you wearing that? How does it look on me?
Well, see, don't tell me that. Don't say.
See, girl, you will come at the woman just all sideways. You asking for an
How's
argument.
that sideways? You asking for an argument.
I'm asking you, how does it look? And then you ask me.
Okay, you want to start some shit.
But see, for majority of the women, you have to understand this. When a man asks that question during the first hors d'oeuvres or that's served up, she goes, "So why don't you like the outfit? What's wrong with it?"
Amina says it's okay, and I have to rinse her color out. Amina says our comment was going to be about you all lying to us and think we can't handle the truth. We are not that shallow and weak. I'm saying that you're shallow and weak.
Come on,
it's not about y'all. It's about
Wait a
us.
minute, hold up. No, we're not. We are not saying
You know what, Ryan? I see you trying to start some stuff too. I see. It's all about y'all. You know, behind you guys want to talk that crap, but behind all y'all is a strong woman at the end of the day.
Right.
Y'all ask to come for us for advice, and y'all be coming in our corner for all types of stuff. Don't go there.
No, you know what, Trey?
One thing.
I agree with you, but I'm just saying, like I've answered questions from women. And I can't say my wife, but I mean, I've been with her for 20 years.
Sure you are, Brian. I understand.
I've answered questions from my wife, and then all of a sudden we on the couch, we kissing. It's 11 o'clock on a Friday night, and I'm ready to go, and and it's like, well, I'm gonna just go to bed. You like the whole thing is just interrupted because I'm gonna just go to bed since you think I looked fat in that dress earlier.
Wait, Gina and Marcy, y'all see how he broke down the scenario about Friday night? Friday night, he was on the couch.
Right.
Jacqueline Walden said the thing.
P-H-A-T.
Wait a minute, Mo.
Jacqueline Walden says that the thing that many fail to realize, there is a difference between being real and being rude. One can tell the truth without being rude.
That's what I've been saying.
But it's how you interpret what we say. Amina says, yesterday, you said women don't listen. I didn't say that. Now you all are not listening to us, and we are telling you to stop lying, so you can't handle our truth. I mean, I hear what you're saying.
Let me say this, though. What upsets me more is when somebody tells me that I look good all the time, and I know I'm not looking good right now, and you say, "Oh, you look beautiful." No, I don't.
Is this your friends or your husband?
Friends.
You need to stop being them friends, Jamie.
I like the way she said that. You need to
Kevin,
stop being the friends, Gina.
I need the truth. I really do need the truth.
Yeah, I do too. I need the truth. I'm not going to ask a question that I don't want the truth to. If I don't want to know it,
I believe I said that women will tell you what they want.
I will avoid that question. I mean, I will do everything to get away from that question. If I think you about to ask that, I'm finna get away from it because I don't want to know. If I asked you, I want to know.
You know, so can I go back to what I said? This is going within our conversation. What I said yesterday, and Kevin wrote it down, I said that women will tell you what they want and then go and get what they need. Have any men? I know when I was younger, I
had to sit up on this one.
But when I was younger, I would listen to that. I would listen to women. They would say, you know, I want this, I want that. You guys are telling me I want to hear. But then I would hear like some cat with a big head, and and so he walk up to this girl that I've been trying to talk to, and I've been listening to her and doing everything she wants, and he call her baby girl and say all kinds of lame stuff, and I'm like, this can't possibly work because she says she want this, and next thing I know, she with him, and I'm like, what is going on?
And that's why when you hear people say,
that's those women that don't know what they want.
A good,
they tell you what
you
they
would know
want,
a good. And I said this in my book. Some women won't know a good guy if he sat on her face. You know.
Don't sit on my face. I need to breathe.
Redirect that one, Kevin.
And some people, both men and women, just want they want controversy in their life. They don't want it easy, a good dude or good woman or whatever. Not all people. I'm not saying all people, and I'm not saying anyone for I'm just saying in general. You look at people all the time in relationships, and there's so much drama, and then they've dumped a good dude or a good woman that was always there for them. You know?
Yeah. Okay. As long as
that's a good point, Kevin.
Yeah.
Shit.
Thank you. Anyway. Amina, you coming after me on that one too?
Well, Amina gonna come at you, okay? Amina, I gotta say this about Amina, okay? Amina speaks her mind.
Right? I know, and we can respect that.
She is not the type of person that's going to hide it just because somebody's saying something else. Amina speaks her mind. I appreciate and love you for that, Amina.
Yes,
so
I definitely appreciate her.
Yeah,
so I gotta watch the show from yesterday. I see, huh?
Yesterday, yeah.
Definitely.
My face is still hurting, Tree.
I got your back, Mo.
Hey, that's the reason why Jeff has showed up on video.
Right. He
killed him. He dead. He gone.
Here go a comedian right here, y'all. This is Karen.
Oh, she gonna crack us up.
Okay, but she says, wait a minute. I tell what I want, but people try to love you how they want to love you instead of how we want to be loved.
Because they don't listen, Karen.
Well, that's because they don't know how.
And that's to Amina's point too as well. We sometimes we do not listen. I'm not gonna lie. We don't listen because we want things a certain way. We want things our way. You know, that alpha male that we talked about at the beginning, okay? But
we want the booty right now.
You know, that's true. Y'all can be very demanding and aggressive about that. That ain't no lie. That's absolutely not a lie, Mo.
Yeah,
Very aggressive and demanding.
but damn, where did that come from? I mean, I was talking about something else. Lanita says,
Power of the P.
All right,
Lanita
Lanita.
says, I'm always learning something on here. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Karen
Oh my
said, definitely don't listen.
She gonna get you Mo later.
I ain't got no more words left in me. Okay, with that, okay?
Karen, they need to read your book so they can understand.
Ain't nobody reading Karen's book. We got enough books on
I
here
read her
already,
book,
okay?
and it's a great book.
What's the name of her book, Gina?
What's the name?
Karen's book.
I think that
That's the name of her book.
Marcy, didn't you read Karen's book?
I thought you read it.
What's the name of it?
Under the collar.
No, that wasn't one of the books I read.
Behind the collar. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, that's a great book.
Behind the collar?
Behind the collar.
What kind of collar? It's like chain me up collar or something like that?
No.
The men's collar.
No, collar from the church.
Behind the collar.
Okay.
Oh, like a pastor's
Yes.
collar. Okay, no, I didn't read that
It's
one.
behind the collar. And Karen
Behind the
also says, you might get the booty if y'all listen. Karen.
Right now.
That ain't how.
Yeah.
Oh, now see, this is
Karen.
what I want to talk about. This
Karen,
is-
y'all, you know what? Y'all laughing, but she is telling the truth.
No, she's
Yes.
not.
All you
Yes,
have
she
to do is
is.
listen.
I don't believe it.
Yes, she is.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, she is.
I'm an older, Ron, I'm older. Yes, she's telling the
She's
truth.
telling the truth. It may
I gotta
be a
tell you
joke.
that I've
Karen.
witnessed, and I think all of us men have witnessed otherwise.
You know,
Greg, you're so silly.
You know, it's so sexy for a man who listens to you. It is really sexy.
I'm listening, Karen.
Lord help him.
I cannot. Says the man who was married for 3 days.
For 3 days.
He was listening.
Tree.
Yeah, he was. He's trying to get it right now.
Oh, I left that up there, didn't I? You might get the booty if y'all listen. I left
He
it up
left
there.
that on purpose.
Oh, you did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Put up with
Because you know you ain't listening.
Peter said listening is fundamental. I said listening is fun.
I say reading is fundamental. I mean, what the hell?
Listening is fun.
You guys, man, you guys talk that talk, but y'all don't listen. Y'all know y'all don't listen. Like how y'all doing now. Y'all just want us to go back and forth with y'all. I think y'all get aroused or something like that. It's
I think y'all do.
something to it that y'all
Byron
just
does.
like
Byron
it.
actually does. Byron says, join Christian singles to do good works with thy rod and thy staff.
Byron is hilarious.
He is.
Oh my goodness.
Byron's hilarious.
Karen says, y'all.
I agree, Karen. They do.
So
and sit
Marcy
there and
brought up
stare you like a deer in headlights. I agree.
Marcy brought up something in the private chat that, I read all of the private chats actually. Okay. So
What you
there's
got, Marcy?
There's nothing private. She said, let's have a men's panel show and a women's panel show. 2 nights. We would have lists of questions, lots of questions sent in from viewers ahead of time.
I think the age group matters too, Marcy.
She also told me it's time to close the show. I don't know.
It is.
There's the beauty part about what we do. We can go over if we want.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
We have to stay on track.
No, we don't got to. At the end of the day.
That's right, Gina. See, he ain't listening. See what I'm saying?
No, he didn't hear me at all. That went over
He
his
ain't
head.
listening. That's the problem.
Every time you don't get your way, we're not listening.
If I didn't listen, I would not have responded.
You heard.
Marcy, how long has been in there?
Did you hear what
It's been in there for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. No, Lord, here we go.
So when you say listen,
That's not nice.
when women say listen, are they asking us to do what they want us to do? Because I heard you and I listened.
No, but you don't hear. It's a difference in listening and hearing.
Gina, you just told me that yes, it's time to go. I'm saying no, it isn't. Okay, so
what's the difference between listening here?
And here she is answering questions and stuff.
See, that's why you don't get no booty.
Boy, keep on proving me right.
Gina,
well, Gina, he getting some. He been married for 20-something years.
Got kids.
Yeah, I got 3 kids.
Yeah, with kids.
Yeah.
Gina, what's the difference between listening and hearing?
Listening, an individual, they hear the words come through your ears, but you don't understand what it is the person is saying. When you hear a person, you understand and you feel what they're trying to get across.
I understood what you told me.
Other night when I explained, I said, you know, and this is the advice I give to men when you have these type of conversations. When a woman is talking to you, all right, don't say a word, don't defend your position or whatever, and that's where the listening comes from. And then the other part is to understand that understand what she's saying.
Kevin, I feel like sometimes when y'all do that, y'all just be like, and you know, you just like acting like you listening to us. But are you really?
See now you say listening and hearing.
Do we get action? I want to see action afterwards, honestly. If you heard what I said, I want action.
That's a good point right there.
Yeah, the one thing I was going to say is validate what she says is real, and then to listen some more. Because anytime that we speak, we're no longer hearing what you're saying. And that's why I say when you want us to listen, don't tell us that we're not listening, because we are listening.
That's when you turn me off.
I think you got to show action. I think action is the solution behind listening.
And
Let me see if you heard me.
Like I said, Karen is making a joke, but that's true.
It is.
If I tell you I like lilies, why would you bring me roses?
Because they were out of lilies.
Right.
Yeah.
They were out
They
of
ran
lilies.
out of lilies.
Why you didn't call me?
Anything.
Why you didn't call me?
It's supposed to be a surprise.
Because my minutes was gone.
See what I'm saying? It's always an excuse.
Here we go.
You got no minutes.
So if you told me you like lilies and I just keep bringing you roses, at what point in time when you just start thanking me for them roses?
I'm not.
Appreciating.
Ever?
Ever.
Your opinion won't ever change?
No.
Edgar Williams says, be happy you got some damn flowers.
No.
Put it in that manner.
Down.
No.
That ain't what he said. Let me read
But
that.
you know what?
Down.
Oh, my
You know
bad.
what? With me, I would appreciate what you did. And I would thank you, and I would be grateful and appreciative. That's just my makeup. But at some point, if you keep on bringing me those, I would make sure I, in some type of way, kind of bring that up. You know, like, oh, I really like
this,
whatever. But I would be grateful, and I would thank
and
you.
I would have the discussion of saying lilies are for dead people.
Change is good, guys.
But if I like them, and I told you I like them,
then you are dead to me.
Then you didn't hear me.
But let me ask you this, all right? If he brings you roses because he thinks roses are something special and is more endearing than the lilies, I understand that you like lilies, but I'm trying to show you or express to you how I feel about you.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's to the wrong woman.
That tells me you're not listening to me.
Or is it to the wrong woman, Kevin?
No, and the other thing is, and what happens after 7 times I bring you roses, I bring you lilies, you're going to turn around and say, oh, now you bring me lilies.
No, I'm going to say thank you. You listened to me.
Let's look at what Karen Dade said. Shaking my head. Again, dumb. Laugh out loud. If I don't like it, I don't like it. If y'all like boxes, why would I buy you?
Because I'll tell you what. I'm going to ask that. Because it's at night. It's 8 night, and you want to see my package a little bit more defined. Okay, that's why you
No, you're going to be like, I know you didn't buy me these tidy whities.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
You guys know we're just joking. We're clowning.
Yeah,
yes.
We know.
I'm not joking. They'll be on fucking the yard.
Byron, you better not sit on your pet. You better not sit on.
Byron, good night.
He need to put his wife on.
Let's get out of here, man. We want to thank everybody, including Karen Dade and Byron.
Thank you, Karen.
Thanks, Karen.
Yeah.
Byron, you are hilarious.
I forgot to do this last night. And Felisa, Bree, Classic OG, what's going on, brother? Ella Taylor Tree, she on here now. Trisha Lynn, thank you, baby. Ron Reed, Gina Gatson.
That's me.
All right, Lanita, Tina, Edgar. Thank you guys for tuning in. All right, who else we got here? Karen Day. Did I say her? Amina, Jacqueline Walton. There's a lot more that when you press this button here, a lot more.
We just want to thank you all,
everyone,
for joining in. We have such a great time when you guys come on and join us. We just have a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Not that kind of ball.
This is fun.
I'm with you, Lanita.
Peace out, black people. He wasn't talking to you, Marcy. Peace out, black people.
I know you're not laughing, Mary Ann.
They don't want to say that.
Marcella always try to bring somebody else. Mary Ann, laugh all day long because she's whiter than you. Okay, just laugh all
She's
day.
clear.
Dang, that's shade, Mark.
You see how
I see that. It's okay.
Anyway, Tree,
You understand? He
Tree,
don't hear you when you told him you were clear.
she's clearly mistaken. Tree, give us something to go on.
Huh?
Give us something. Never mind.
What you say?
Ending nuggets.
What you say?
Give us something to go on. You know how we do. Go around
Our
the
last
horn.
comments. Give us a last comment.
You ain't got to translate for me.
You guys need to listen more. That's just it.
All right, Ron.
He didn't know what to say.
He's not, because he knows he's gonna go back and forth with him.
Men be men. You can listen to your woman, but be a man, be a leader. That's what she really needs.
Marcella.
Oh, my turn. Listen to each other, respect each other, communicate, learn to communicate, be honest, and learn to listen to understand, not just listen to respond.
Thank you.
Wow. Moby and his wife.
Moby, take it away.
Okay. I'm going to go on what Marcia said. Listen, pay attention, respect, love, and make sure, no matter what, get that food there.
I cannot.
Man, that's your husband.
I didn't marry this man.
Marianne, we have to deal with that 4 days a week.
I deal with it every single day, all day long. But I love him. I wouldn't have him any other way.
That's good.
All right.
Marianne, you got something you wanted to say?
Just take truth with a grain of salt.
Oh, hell, hold on. Karen Davis is right. Choke me up a little, not out. Let me get. Hey, Karen.
What'd she say?
Oh my gosh.
Greg, look at Greg.
When you say you want the truth, make sure that you take it with a grain of salt.
That's right. Good advice.
Mac.
All right. I'm just gonna say keep it simple. Learn to laugh. Laugh at yourself and love your partner beyond just words.
Thank you,
Gina.
Hey, it's all about respect. Relationships are hard. Some of these guys want to make it look easy. Marianne, Maurice, man. But you know what? It takes work, and you have to be willing to put in the work. I am happy and blessed that I have my honey who loves me, and he listens and hears me.
Amen.
That's good.
Oh, is that it?
That's it.
I said amen.
Hey, I just want to say, drink more milk. All right.
And get that food there.
I wasn't gonna say that. There's a purpose for me saying drinking milk, all right? Because it does your body good. All right. This is Dope Living TV Live. We
Y'all off the chain.
Tomorrow, spoken word.
Everybody, look, we are doing spoken word tomorrow. Baba, get ready with your flute and your violin and your guitar and all that shit. All right, get it together. LaDonna, come on here. Nick Nova.
No.
Come on here too. Might have a couple of
back on here too.
Tree, you coming
He's
back?
been busy.
Tree, you coming back?
You gotta do spoken word, Tree.
I gotta do spoken word.
Yes, you gotta have a poem ready tomorrow.
No, she got to ask the question. No, we're not listening to that. Okay. Rod, you coming back, man?
I got church tomorrow, especially after y'all are disgusting.
You contributed.
Hey, just
church tomorrow after the combo.
Wait till Thursday
Wash
going
your
marching,
hands,
man.
wash your hands, wash your hands.
Especially after touching all them booties.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to cut both of them off. All right?
That corner over there.
They rump wranglers, all right? Anyway, this is Dope Living TV Live. We will be back tomorrow. Everybody on the panel, y'all hang out for a second, all right? And tomorrow's spoken word, so we'll see you guys tomorrow, all right?
Bye.
What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit.
No, that's the wrong one.
Oh.